So why don't y'all stand up? We're going to sing a song together. You guys know this one. It's called Thank You for This Day. I'll feed you the lyrics. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing. Thank you for my wonderful friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you. Radiant, my radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. Oh, yes. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my glorious life. My glorious, my glorious, my glorious life. My glorious, my glorious, this day. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Good morning, OakBrook. Do I go away now? Okay. Yes, I'm awake.
Welcome, welcome to OakBrook Center for Spiritual Living, this place of love, freedom, and acceptance. We love and accept each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here with your energy. Hang on, let me breathe it all in. Okay. And I'll keep doing that, you know, and you should be so proud of yourselves for being here today, lending to each and every one of your energies. And today, for announcements, you can see it on the back TV or here and over on the side. We had such a great time yesterday. The talent that came through this building, I think the building is vibrating still. I mean, like, can you feel it? How awesome. I am so blessed. I am so happy that Amy decided to come this way into our little neck of the woods. Isn't it just an amazing town? These people are so cool. So cool. Yeah, we had so much fun. We're so cool. And so glad that other people noticed that about us. Brandon, Eagle Scout Project. Where is Brandon? Hey! Come on down, man. This is our second Eagle Scout, y'all. The first one installed our playground out here. Both of these boys are just incredible.
So, next Saturday is the install day for the pond. OakBrook's OakBrook. I'm inviting for all the help that I can get. If anyone wants to come out and help us put together, you are more than welcome. But we are asking that everyone, if you guys could please donate and bring food to feed about 30, maybe a bit more. It would very much help. There's a sign-up sheet. Sign-up sheet. There's a sign-up sheet on the back table. It is May 3rd. We start at 9. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Brandon. So we need people, you know, even if you don't actually help to install the brook into OakBrook, we need people here to support these young people who are making a difference in our community. The Boy Scouts are an amazing organization, and they're going to have all these Boy Scouts here putting together this OakBrook on behalf of Brandon's Eagle Scout project, so he can get, it's the last badge that you get, right? Yeah. Last rank. How many ranks are there? 7 or 8. I mean, it's a long journey, y'all. Yeah, I tried it with the manual. It lasted all of 2 months. Anyway, it didn't work out. It didn't work out for us. But that's, you know, Yeah, but each person's different. Each person's different, and it does make it that much more special. So, all of you, pick up your cell phones and go ahead and check in at OakBrook on your Facebook or Twitter, hashtag OakBrook CSL, so that people can know where you are, the center of the universe, so they can all come join us. Yeah. And then after you're done, please put it on silent. If you do not know how to use your smartphone, or if you just got one, like some people, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm finally going to move into the 21st century and get a smartphone. See one of the young people at the tech table back there, and they will help you to figure out how to use it. There are no young people? Well, they're young people. Raise your hand. All the young people in the audience, raise your hand. See one of these young people, and they will help you out. You can be young at heart. You don't have to be young in age. You can be young at heart and just know how to use your phone. We'll help you out. The more you check in, the better it will be, and people will start to understand that this is the pulse of Ocala. At least that's the way I like to look at it. The attendance log is going down. Each row has its own attendance log. Please sign your name only. Do not sign someone else in, simply because that way we can take attendance. The reason we do this is so that if someone is missing for a little bit, we can call them and say, hey, how you doing? Are you okay? Because sometimes people don't remember and notice that we care about them until they get that phone call. Because sometimes you're going through the dark night of the soul, and just getting that phone call from somebody on our prayer team is always a nice thing, to just know you're remembered and loved. There are 3 easy ways to tithe. You can place your cash in a tithe envelope that's usually in the back next to the treasure chest or over on the side there. Or you can use check directly in the basket, so we can go ahead and send you that lovely piece of paper at the end of the year for your taxes. Or you can use the QR code that is in your handout. So somebody have that, turn it around. See that little square right there? You take your smartphone, you go zzz. It's so futuristic. We love it. And that actually takes you to our website, and you can tithe there using your credit card. How cool is that? And if you have a prayer request, please write it in on the prayer form and put it in the treasure chest when it comes around later on in the offering time.
Donna, would you ask if we have any first-time visitors here today, because of visitors coming in?
Oh, yes. First-time visitors here today. Oh, Miss Gail is coming around. She's got gifts for y'all. Isn't that great to get presents? Oh, right here too, Gail. Right here, Gail. Don't we love getting gifts? Yeah. Yeah, isn't that lovely, getting a gift just for being the gift? Afterwards, Ron just said it. If you did not get a gift right this second, please see Ron or Gail after church to pick up your gift. They have all kinds of really cool stuff in that little bag, and it's just fun to get that. And at this time, please remember to silence your cell phones. Miss Angel, I believe, has something she wants to add. Yeah, put your cell phones on vibrate. That way they don't accidentally go off in the middle of the service. Thank you so much.
Sorry about that. I have my mother back there, guys. So I had to go pay my respects. Well, as most of you know, my heart and my soul is rooted in the science of mind teaching. But my roots go back to a Wiccan high priestess that's studied over many, many, many years. And when I was here before, we shared in the 8 Sabbaths right here in our beautiful garden. And we have Beltane coming up. It didn't make it on the calendar, but on the 1st, which is right around the corner, at 7:30, from 7:30 to 8:30, we'll be meeting here in the garden to do a regular standard Beltane celebration. So if you'd like to join us, if you have any interest in learning about it, get with me. And I hope to see all of anybody who can make it there.
This is such a great opportunity to learn about, different cultures and different religious backgrounds. And that's why I love OakBrook, because we all come from all these different paths and all meet together in this wonderful community. And I just love that about our place. And now the Signs of Mind reading by Miss Shanna Holloway. I said it right. I keep trying to give that girl the name of one of the Charm sisters. Is Karen? Oh, Shanna looks different today. Hi, Karen. Come on down, honey.
All right. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right. So this is my first time. I said yes to Carol, but some people need a break. I just want to say about yesterday, it was so good. I'm a school teacher. I teach high school, and it was so nice to have children and teenagers that were so respectful and so helpful. And so I got to know Dalton very well, and so he was just such a trip. It was such a cool thing, and we could hear everything, and all the love was coming out to bless us. And so what a great experience. For me, it was like it was so cool. So we'll have some more. Okay, so I've not done this before, so I'm going to read this to you, and then you kind of cue me if I need to do something different. The reading is step 3, realization. The baby had been in a coma for 3 months since drowning. The hospital critical care unit was about 3,000 miles away from where I lived. Although we had never met, someone in the family and I both told them about prayer healing work that I had done. I received the call late in the evening. The mom explained to me that her baby required surgery, but no one wanted to do the surgery while the baby was in a coma. In emotional voice, she asked if I would do some healing prayer work. I said I would, and asked her to place the phone on the child's chest so that I could hear him breathing. I began listening to the sound of the baby breathing. It was like music. I visualized the baby awake and smiling. I allowed my heart to feel the joy of this baby awakening. I found myself repeating these words, believe and receive. I don't know how many times I said it, but every time I did, the sound of my voice in my head got louder. I felt myself move from hope to faith and from faith to knowing that this baby was awake. After 5 minutes, I heard someone in the room cry out, "Look, look, he is waking up." The joy I felt brought tears to my eyes, and the family took turns thanking me. I have no idea what happened after that. I never heard from them again. And the affirmation, I guess you have it on your little fold-out things, right? There is a power for good that flows through me. I'm an instrument for healing. All right, I don't know if I did that right, but anyway. All right, yay!
Okay. And now if you would all stand up for our all sing. It's too bad we didn't plan this better. We would have had Amy do something for us, but it's all right. I know it's hard to see the screens, but the words are on either side of the room there. Love can move the world.
Just one life, that's all that we've been given here. Just one chance to make a difference where we live. I'm just one man, I'm only human, but only human means I've got a lot to give. Love can move the world as the moon in the sky moves the sea. Love can cause the wars to cease. Love can move this world to peace. It's a tide that begins with you and me. Love can move the world as the warmth of the sun moves the tree. Feel the wind of love increase as we move this world to peace. Come love the world with me. Look around, there's someone hurting near you. Look around, there's something you can do. Look within you and find your spirit to change the world. There's got to be a change in you. Love can move the world as the moon in the sky moves the sea. Love can cause the wars to cease. Love can move this world to peace. It's a tide that begins with you and me. Love can move the world as the warmth of the sun moves the tree. Feel the wind of love increase as we move this world to peace. Come love the world with me. Love can move the world as the moon in the sky moves the sea. Love can cause the wars to cease. Love can move this world to peace. It's a tide that begins with you and me. Oh, love can move the world as the warmth of the sun moves the tree. Feel the wind of love increase as we move this world to peace. Come love the world with me. Come love the world with me.
All right, and while you're up and standing, why don't you greet and welcome your neighbors? And you know, we've got a lot of visitors. Some people aren't huggy. So ask first. Okay. I hate to break up the love fest. If you missed hugging someone, if you missed greeting someone and hugging someone, maybe catch them after service. It's so beautiful to see all of that love shared. Yes. And so for our affirmation, I'm going to invite Grady Grimes up to share our affirmation this morning. Unless, was there someone else? We didn't have anyone listed, so. Yeah.
Good morning. All right, here we go. I live an inspired life, knowing I live, move, and have my being in the divine presence. That inspiration serves to inspire and bless all in a never-ending ripple of grace and joy. And from what we believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God is one God. And then is it the OakBrook affirmation? Yes. I am thankful for OakBrook, for the teaching of the science of mind as an empowering way of life at every age, and for the abundance it brings into my life, my center, and my world. I am grateful for our ever-growing spiritual community of love, freedom, and acceptance. I celebrate with a thankful heart our beautiful new spacious center as we welcome our divine unfoldment through gifts of music, encouragement of our youth, and all life-enhancing activities. OakBrook's vision supports us all in experiencing full and realized lives as spirit in expression. God's love empowers. And so it is. And Reverend Vicky's going to come up and sing, dance. What's she going to do? Okay, maybe not dance.
That was yesterday. Morning, everyone. Now at this time, just center down into the secret place of the Most High. Let all the excitement and energy that's flowing through the sanctuary, flowing through you, and knowing that this is a wonderful, wonderful week. Knowing that you are here by divine appointment, that your life will change as you continue on the spiritual path, and that there are many tools and many ways that are here through God, through each of us, to help you on your spiritual journey. And so we know Cindy Grimes is one of those folks who gives us tools. She gives us tools that we take and we make life better, not just for us, but for all the people and relatives and friends that we love. And so it's a very wonderful thing, and I know that all is good and all is God, and so it is.
Good morning, everyone. I am so thrilled to be here with you. Your center is very special, and I hope you know that. And this teaching changed my life. It taught me for the first time that life is not happening to me, life is happening through me. It's a very subtle shift, but it is entirely life-changing. And that's what this song is about. I've been in bondage. I've been held back. I've been imprisoned by thoughts of fear and lack. And I have had anger. Oh yeah. And I've had guilt. You know. These are the bricks on which my life's been built. But you taught me I'm free to turn it around. Yes, I'm free to turn it around. We are all free to turn it around. Free to look so tired of looking down. It's exhausting being a depressed mess. But see, I've been attracted, it's true, to negative thought. You know, I get so distracted. Shiny thing, shiny thing. I get so distraught. They all taught me that I am responsible. Only me. Oh my God, I can't blame you anymore. For my own life. My name's up there in the lights. I gotta lift my chin up and look to the light. Oh, yes, I'm free to gonna turn it around. Can I hear an amen? Yes, I am free to turn it around. How about an amen? We are all free to turn it around. No, 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 no more looking down. 'Cause I get so tired. It's exhausting. But see, I've been in bondage. Not the fuzzy handcuff kind. I've been held. I know y'all. Held back. I've been in prison of my thoughts, in prison of my own thoughts. The fear and lack. There is always enough. And I have had anger. I've been so mad. And I've had guilt. I'm Jewish. It's my birthright. But these are no longer the bricks. No, 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 no. These are no longer the bricks. I got love, I got joy. These are no longer the bricks on which my life is built. 'Cause I've turned it around. OakBrook, I love you. Thank you. Please keep it going as we welcome our Reverend Cindy to tell us the truth.
You guys make me step up my game here. Are y'all feeling inspired? Really and truly. Isn't it amazing what music does? Really, in such a short time, there is something different about music that just takes things to a whole other level where you don't need to say a whole lot, but you get the message. Amy didn't know what I was talking about today, but it is so on point to what I have to share with you. I just love how spirit works when we let things flow. So that idea of being inspired, are you feeling inspired? You all know what it feels like to be inspired, right? Well, what does it mean? Literally, when you think about what does the word inspire mean? In spirit, right? In spirit, inspire. The word spire comes from the Latin word spiritus, which means spirit. But what I didn't know, so I did my research, was that the word spirit, that same spiritus, actually means to breathe. Breathe. So when we inspire, it has two different meanings, right? It has the meaning is to breathe in, but it also means to be in spirit. Isn't that something? Right? And in the creation myth, it talks about God breathing the spirit, right, into man. So that idea of breathing and spirit, breathing, spirit, inspiration. To be inspired requires that you be in the moment. You know what I mean, right? To be present, you know what it is to be present? It means you're here and now. You're not in the chatter in your brain with what happened yesterday, what you're worried about tomorrow. You're in the present moment. Inspiration can happen in an instant. Right? Beethoven got full symphonies in an instant. He was inspired, right? He was in spirit. When we breathe, we're in the moment. So think about this. Do you ever say, dang, I really just didn't breathe real well yesterday, so I'm going to do a better job today? Or, I don't want to work so hard tomorrow, so I'm going to breathe extra today so I don't have to do it tomorrow. Right? Absurd. Breathing is something that we have to do in the moment, just like being inspired and being inspired. We don't think about breathing. It's part of who we are. But inspiration, for some reason or other, doesn't happen as easily, does it? Right? That's something, seems that sometimes we have to work at that a little bit more. I just came back from a 6-day cruise in the Caribbean. That's where this inspiration came from, Ocean of Inspiration. And it's real easy to be inspired when you're on Caribbean islands, right? For 6 days, you're on a cruise. People are serving you and taking care of you, and it's just wonderful. Everything is beautiful and new. And then there's, the contemplation of coming home, and right? It's not going to be anybody to serve me anymore. I'm going to have a load of laundry to do. I mean, there's all that stuff that comes, and it's not so inspiring. So what I'm sharing with you today is part of my talk from the cruise. The cruise was actually a retreat, and it was a class. It was our homiletics class, because as most of you know, I'm in ministerial program. And homiletics class is speech for ministers. So I was on the ship with 10 of my classmates, 3 instructors, and 2 significant others. And I planned it, and I had a talk to do. So you're getting part of the talk. You're getting kind of a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's kind of an altered version. So my talk was about how to be inspired when things are not so inspiring, right? How do we turn it around? And so the way we do this is that we have to learn how to see things differently. Before enlightenment, how many know that phrase? Chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water, right? It's always there. The bills are always there. The laundry is always there. There are always those things that make life seem kind of mundane. And the truth of it is, we live in a tropical paradise right here. You don't have to go far to see beauty. But when you're in the middle of it, when you see it all the time, you get used to it. And what happens is you get blinded to the familiar. You know what I mean with that term? You blinded to the familiar. If anybody moved to Florida from someplace else when you first came, it was this paradise, right? This wonderful place. And then suddenly it's just home. And it just doesn't do it for you anymore, right? We get blinded to the familiar. I'll share a little something. It's a little embarrassing, but one of my classmates says we have to be naked in front of our congregation. I'm not going to go that far, but just tell you a little embarrassing story. We had a big New Year's Eve party in my house, and we decorated, put lots of shiny things. I like shiny things, right? Hanging from the ceilings, and I just loved it. And it was so pretty that after the party, I thought, well, we'll just leave it up, through January. And where are we now? End of April. The sparkly things are still hanging in my house. And I just I don't notice them anymore unless I know somebody's coming over. And then I think, well, how would a stranger look at this? I'd be a little embarrassed. I have to look at it from a different perspective, right? So it's not just that. Anybody else have the piles of stuff, that sit on your counter that you forget they're there until somebody else is coming and is going to see it, right? Or is it just me? Don't make me feel bad. Don't judge. So it happens in objects, right? It also happens in our habits, right? We get blinded by the familiar. How many people have to think about what they're going to do when they get up in the morning? You all got your whole morning routine, right? You get up, you brush your teeth, you have your coffee, you get dressed, you go to work. I mean, we all do these things by rote. So it's not bad to be blinded by the familiar necessarily, because you don't want to have to think about doing all those things every day. What happens though is sometimes, my mom one time got ready for work, did the whole thing, got on the subway and thought, wow, it's awfully empty. It's because it was Saturday. But these things happen to us, right? Or else we get caught up in beliefs. Things, preconceived ideas, notions of what's proper and what we're supposed to do, and what's expected of us. And we don't realize that we're trapped by the familiar. There's a story, and some of you may have heard this before, of a woman who she just moved out of her home, and she's going to make her first, nice ham for Christmas. And she gets out her pan and she cuts off the ends, just like her mom always did. And her husband says, "Well, why'd you do that?" She's like, "I don't know, my mom always did it this way." Right? So, but she becomes curious, right? He's like, "Why are you going to throw away all that meat? I mean, that's good stuff, right?" So she calls her mom and she says, "Mom, why do you cut the ends off the ham, when you make it before Christmas, for Christmas?" And mom says, "I don't know, it's because that's how my mom always did it." All right, so they get grandma on the phone. "Grandma, why do you cut the ends off the ham before you put it in the pan?" Grandma said, "Because I never had a pan big enough." Right? We get blinded by the familiar. We just do what we're supposed to do. You don't ask the questions, right? There are certain roles that we fall into. This is what we're supposed to do. This is what we're used to. We get these beliefs about things that aren't necessarily so. How many people have realized they had some false beliefs that changed over time, right? When you know better, you do better. I'll share one of Reverend Peggy's because it goes along with this. Growing up, she had this call, this spiritual pull, knowing that there was something. Spirit was calling her. But in that time, the paradigm was women were not ministers. So she thought her call was to marry a minister. Thank goodness she broke out of that, right? So we do that. But so it takes effort sometimes to look outside of that. And so one of the ways that I'm going to give you to break out of that blindness of the familiar is to turn things upside down. Artists, when they paint, they sometimes have to turn the object that they're painting upside down so that they can see it for what it is. So that you're not looking and thinking, I've got to paint a nose or I'm painting a chair, because then you have that preconceived notion of what it's supposed to look like. If you turn it upside down, then you see the nuances of color and the shades, and you actually see what's there. So life can be like that. We can take the situations that we're in and do a 180. When you get too familiar with something, do a 180, turn it upside down. We can get caught up in, I tell you, a really great place this works is when someone pushes your button. You know what I mean by pushes your button, right? Ticks you off, pushes that button. And you say, they shouldn't be so lazy, right? He or she shouldn't be so selfish. Politicians shouldn't be preaching fear. Okay, so what are we doing there? So y'all know this, right? We are shoulding on other people. And that's not a nice thing to do. Right? You don't want to should on other people. You don't want to should on yourself. Because when we should on other people, we're giving our power away to them. You realize that, right? Right? Because when you're saying somebody should or shouldn't do something, do you have any control over that? None, right? So what we do with this should is we turn it into I could. Can you control yourself? Right? That is the only place that we have any control, that we can make any kind of a changes in ourselves. So instead of saying those politicians shouldn't be talking fear, what would I say instead? I could be. I could turn off the TV, or you know what? I could talk about love. I can preach something else, right? I don't have to do that. Instead of he or she shouldn't be so lazy, I could take it easy. Yeah, right? I could take it easy, right? She shouldn't be so angry. I could be more understanding, right? I could brighten her day, right? We just take those things and we turn that should into I could. That's a way of doing the 180. This is now what I gave you is just like a snapshot. There's a woman who's created a whole like life mission around this stuff. She calls it The Work. Her name is Byron Katie. She's got books, she's got seminars. When you get a hold of this, it is like deep work. The best time to do it is when somebody really pushes one of those buttons. And you sit there and you list down all the things about them that really ticks you off. And then you do the 180. It'll change your life. Change your life. Another way to do this. Well, let me tell you what happened on the cruise. This is really fun. So I wrote up this talk, and as life has it, I usually, in the laboratory of my life, I get to try out what I'm talking about. Right? Because I don't want to get up here and talk to you about things that I don't really know about. I got to talk to you about my life, what has worked. I throw it out there, and then you guys take what you need and what works for you and, discard the rest. So I'm talking about doing this 180 thing, right, with life. And life handed me an opportunity on the cruise. So I'm hanging out with my buddies after we've had class. We worked hard, but we played hard too. And so the first night of the cruise, there was a karaoke place, the karaoke bar. So I went up there and I sang my little heart out, and people went, wow. I did it last. Some of you have heard me sing. The song, let me see. Maybe I'll give you just a couple of bars here of it last. I wanted Amy to accompany me, but she didn't have the music. At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. Oh yeah, yeah. At last. Anyway, it was a blast. So people said, you have got to be in the karaoke contest. It's the last night of the cruise. You'll have a blast. The qualifier's tomorrow. So told all my friends, and all 15, and everybody had different bedtimes, and the contest was late at night, but they all came to cheer me on. And it was wonderful. It was beautiful. And I felt so inspired, and I was so happy. And I got my own little fan club. It was like the weirdest thing. It's 4,000 people on this ship, right? And people are calling me by name and like, wow, that was awesome. So it's 15 of us, and 2 other people were singers and performers. So we started encouraging them. You guys ought to be in the karaoke contest too. So they didn't want to, and then talked them into it. And again, it was another group activity. Everyone went together to cheer them on in this karaoke thing. And one of the people was a significant other of one of the students. She goes to Agape. She is actually a professional performer. She did some Broadway stuff. Cabaret was what she sang, and she was awesome. And she is beautiful. This is one of these people, gorgeous, inside and out. Just she speaks, and it's love and sunshine, and you just fall in love with this woman. And the other one was one of my classmates, George, who I've been in class with for a long time. And George and his partner Ed have the Center for Spiritual Living in Boston. And I could say this because I would say this in front of them. If you've seen The Birdcage, Robin Williams and his partner, that's Ed and George. And they are love. I mean, love personified. I love these guys. George is like a mime, a professional mime. He does all this robot stuff, and he moves his body in these really just all kinds of weird ways. And he's probably 60, I don't know. We go out on the dance floor, and George would get out there and start doing his thing. And kids, literally, and this ship was full of kids for some reason. Michigan public schools were on spring break. So of the 4,000 people, probably 1,000 seniors, high school seniors. And they'd sit on the edge and watch George dance, literally with their mouths hanging open like, I cannot believe what this man is doing. And then they come to us and say, can we hang out with you? You guys are more fun than our friends. So George had his fan club, right? George has got his fan club. So George finally, we talk him into doing the karaoke competition. And both he and, Her name escaped me all of a sudden. Cliff's girlfriend. Anyway, Cliff's girlfriend and George both get in the karaoke competition, right? So there's 3 of us that are going to compete now. 4,000 people. We're a group of 15. 3 of us are in this competition. So, so I start getting, I'm getting a sore throat all of a sudden, right? And thinking, wow, wouldn't it be a shame if I don't have to compete on Friday? Because really, I don't like competition. I'm putting it mildly when I say that. I really despise competition. And I've crafted a life where I don't have to compete with people for anything, because I just don't like it. And it really was like a spiritual kind of thing almost, I don't have to compete with people. I just want to be my best. So we're sitting at dinner, and one of my companions says, now here's what you're going to do. You're going to go do some mirror work. I had them do mirror work on the retreat, so she threw it back in my lap, right? You're going to go do some mirror work. And you're going to look in the mirror, and you're going to tell yourself you're the best, because you are. And you're going to win this competition. And I went, but I don't want to be the best. And the tears started flowing. Literally, I'm just like, wow. And I went right back to 6th grade. I did. Now I've been a winner and I've been a loser. Okay, but 6th grade was the awards competition for the end of the year, right? In May, June, everybody's getting their awards. And I was the kid nobody wanted on their team, but I was really smart. So they're giving out awards, and award after award after award, and I kept getting them. And I got, 8 awards, 10 awards, something like it was like some crazy number. And it was fun at first, but then I keep getting up. And as I'm getting up, I'm walking back to my seat, and I'm looking at my friends, and I'm dying, right? Because they're not getting the awards. And suddenly it wasn't so much fun to be the winner. And then I was embarrassed. And then I didn't want to be in any competition ever again, because I didn't want to be up against my friends ever. So here I am, karaoke competition, up against George and Ashley, the gorgeous Ashley. But people were like behind me. Again, I told you I had this fan club. People were like on the ship, can't wait to hear you sing. And all of my friends were saying, can't wait to hear you sing. And then I had to speak about this. So what was I telling you? Why did I start all this? Because of the 180, right? The 180 was like, competition is bad. I don't like competition. So now I have to say what? Competition is good. I could compete. This could be good. Yeah, this could be good. All right, yeah, okay. And I started looking for the good, really. I started looking for the good in the whole competitive thing. But it really didn't come together until the actual competition. Ashley went first. She did cabaret. And Ashley wasn't worried about competing, I'll tell you, because she put it all out there. She was phenomenal. And then I went. And from her example, I sang my heart out. I was like, I'm going to do this. I don't even know what the prize is. I don't care. But I'm going to do my best. That's what I care about. I don't really care about winning. I just care about doing my best. And then George went. And George sang My Way. Now, there's more to this story. I can't get into it now, but George sang My Way. And y'all are all My Way kind of people, aren't you? So multiply that times 5 with all these ministerial students. We're all about My Way. He gets up there and he says, I'm going to dedicate this song to my dad, who's no longer here, and to my beloved George. To my beloved Ed. And the room was packed with people who are not Science of mind you. Okay? There are people on the floor. There's standing room only. It's just jam-packed. And he says, I dedicate this to my beloved George. And Ed, thank you. You're paying attention. You passed the test. And we were, frankly, we were a little concerned about what the crowd was going to think and say, because the times we live in, not everyone is loving and open as we are. But, he sang and he did an incredible job. And the room, there were kids, those teenagers that were watching us. There's a few boys on the side that were literally holding their hearts, hanging on to each other as he was singing, my tears coming down as he was singing. And I tell you, it was a synchronicity for us. It was an incredible moment. So George won. George won the competition. But what I got out of that whole experience, the whole thing, was I can't dim my own light. You guys, I sing now, you see me here, anybody who's been to this church on any regular basis, you know that I sing pretty regularly. But I didn't sing. I didn't put myself out there for at least probably 25 years or more. Yeah. You did. You did, 25 years. And I had people, somebody came up to us after and said, "Are you guys like traveling performers?" I said, "No, we're actually ministers in training." They said, "Well, you have a gift. And whatever you do in life, whether it's ministering or whatever, you need to make that music part of that gift." And I got to thinking about how I had just dimmed my own light for so long, for all of those years, for worry about what, really, what does it come down to? I wanted people to like me, I didn't want to stand out too much, right? So dimmed my own light. And I'm not doing that anymore. Right? For those of you who saw the films yesterday, the jelly beans, right? Every day of your life is a jelly bean. I don't know how many of those I have left. And you guys don't know, right? We don't know. So ain't nobody got time for that. Okay? We have work to do. We have work to do. And it doesn't serve anybody. It doesn't serve anybody to dim their own light. The kids that got up here yesterday, was that not inspiring to everybody? Amy, my God, every time she's on stage, she just puts it out there. And it inspires because we love to see people living their truth. We love to see people living their passion. We love to see people doing what they do well. Because just the Marianne Williamson poem, right? It says it's not our darkness that we're afraid of, it's our light. And when we give ourselves permission to shine in whatever area that is, it gives other people permission to shine. Isn't that awesome? And that is what we're here to do. So you want more inspiration in your life? Hang out with people who love what they do. Not just hang out with people, do what you love to do. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be playing with the kids. It could be being dad, right? Right? It could be nursing to people, ministering to them in that way. Could be singing, could be painting, could be dancing, could be gardening. It doesn't matter. Just do what it is that you love, and that's how you live an inspired life. I found something in this, Ernest Holmes. I was reading last night looking for a quote, and it was just so perfect. Let me find this. Love when things come together. You rob no person when you discover your own good. You limit no person when you express a greater degree of livingness. You harm no one by being happy. You steal from no one by being prosperous. You hinder no person's evolution when you consciously enter into the kingdom of your own good and possess it today. Possess your good. Possess your good. So, you want to be inspired? Do a 180, right? Do what you love. Live in the moment. My son's here and his girlfriend. Jessica. And Jessica's got a little boy named Aiden. And Aiden is 4. And you know, kids love to live in the moment. And they don't think about it. That's just where they are. There's no time for kids. There's no yesterday. Yesterday could be a year ago. It could have been 2 minutes ago. It's all whatever, right? And there's no tomorrow. You ask Aiden, you want to go to the dump? We're going to throw out trash. He says, oh, that's going to be so much fun. We say, Aiden, we're going to go out and pull weeds. He says, oh, that's going to be so much fun. Right? So be like a kid. Be like a kid. Right? Just say, life is going to be so much fun. And it is. And it is. And so it is. So it is. I will leave you with a short prayer, a very short prayer. If you would just, if you want to, feel comfortable, just close your eyes and turn within for a moment. And I'm just going to read these words to you. Also from This Thing Called You, which Reverend Peggy read from this morning in our meditation. Just relax and feel yourself in that secret place of the Most High, where you run in and around and through Spirit. I cleanse the windows of my mind, that it may become a mirror reflecting inspiration from the Most High. I do this not with strenuous effort, but through quiet contemplation, through gently reaching and affirming an inward recognition. Today I walk in the pathway of inspiration. I know exactly what to do in every situation. There is an inspiration with me which governs every act, every thought, with certainty, with conviction, and in peace. The key that unlocks the treasures of the kingdom of good is in my hand. I unlock the doorway of my consciousness and gently open it with that the divine presence may flood my whole being with light, illumine my being with its radiant glow, and direct my footsteps into the pathway of peace and joy. And so it is. So it is.
That was freaking awesome.
Thank you.
I love that. I love that. Oh my gosh, it was so great. So, 2 things I want to say real quick. One is that I'm about to do a song of mine called One Step with these amazing singers. But also, I'll be adding at the very end of it, I'll be adding a rap based on the talk that I just wrote just now. And so you got to listen for that at the end. I'll tell you when it is. But what's so interesting is my mom always told me, and I had vocal teachers too that told me I was always flat. And so for a long time I hid my voice, and I'm a vocal teacher today, and I believe anybody can sing unless you're tone deaf. That there are some people who are tone deaf, but with prayer we can wake that baby up. So I mean, anything's possible, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, y'all ready?
Yep.
Give it up for them in advance. Come on. One step, one step. Old time religion is a box I do not fit in. I am metaphysical, I am transcendent. Change a situation by changing your mind. Raise the vibration by knowing you are divine. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I surrender to the presence of God in me. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I am practicing the presence of the goddess in me. Oh. Dance it out, y'all. Come on, shake it out. What do you believe? You've got to know your truth. Pure potential possibility, that is you. If you stand in opposition, you perpetuate the thing. What you resist persists, so let love be what you bring. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I surrender to the presence of God in me. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I am practicing the presence of the God. Oh, make a mental path, one step, just to surrender to the presence of the God in you. Make a mental path, one step, just to. I am practicing the presence of the God is in you. I need some woos. Woo! Follow your intuition and the passion that you got. Be pulled by your vision, don't get pushed by your thoughts. Everything experienced is energetic. Be aware of energy you give and you get it. Out of the routine, slip into observer state. Change your mind by changing habits, choose a different way. Say oh yes to your highest and your best. Cause what you desire you could straight up manifest. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I surrender to the presence of God in me. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I am practicing the presence of the goddess in me. Oh, make a mental path, one step, just to surrender to the presence of the God in you. Make a mental path, one step, just to practicing the presence of the goddess in you. One step, repeat. I surrender to the presence of the God in me. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I am practicing the presence of the goddess in me. So now I'm going to do the rap that I wrote based on her talk. After I choke. Now, I've never done this before, so breathe in and be spirit in the moment here. Look around and all the wonder will appear. It's easy to be inspired on the island, but how do we stay enlightened and out of the daily rut? Chop wood, carry water, chop wood again. Just don't chop off the ends of the ham. Blinded by the familiar same day, same way. Careful or you get on the train on Saturday. Turn it upside down and see all the shades. Do a 180 and a look at it a different way. Don't shit on me and I won't shit on you. I will shine my light and you could too. Sing out loud. Even if it's flat, because don't hold back your light, because nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I surrender to the presence of God in me. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I am practicing the presence of the God. Oh, make a mental path, one step, just to surrender to the presence of the God in you. Make a mental path, one step, just to practicing the one step, one step. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. It only takes one step. One step. One step. One step. Give it up for them. Thank you so much.
That was so fun.
Gosh. Wow. Yes, we're doing the offering now.
Are we going to do Face of God during it? Or? Yes.
Afterwards. Wasn't that fun? Oh my gosh. You guys need to keep visioning for live musician, preferably that one. All right, in celebrating our abundance, you've got on the screens here and also in your on your orange sheet. If you would join me in saying, how good it is to know that I am the place where the abundance of the universe flows, and as the abundance flows through me, it is with a grateful heart that I give. I know that as I give, so much more is given back to me. Gratefully and joyfully, I give of my time, my talents, my gifts, and my heart. And so it is, and so it is. The baskets will be coming your way. And the prayer box for our visitors, there should be a sheet in your program where you can write down what it is you want us to pray for. And there is a prayer ministry here at OakBrook Center for Spiritual Living, and we will pray on those prayer requests for the week. So know that that your prayers are answered, because the answer lies within the prayer itself.
Me abundantly, all I give comes back to me. Blesses me abundantly, all I give comes back to me. Blesses me abundantly, all I give is back to me. Blesses me abundantly, all I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me.
Father, Mother God, we are so grateful for these tithes and for these offerings, for the giving and generous hearts that give them. We know they come from blessed people, and we give because we are blessings, and we know that as we give, those blessings expand and multiply. I'm grateful for the prayers that have come in, knowing that it was hearts that care and hearts that love, and knowing that the answer to those prayers are already in the prayer itself. I'm grateful for all of the people that make up OakBrook Center for Spiritual Living, for how they give of their time, their talents, and their treasure to make this place just the warm and loving and wonderful place that it is. I release these words with gratitude, and so it is. So it is.
This is a Karen Drucker song. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Can I have like anybody who's a teen come up on stage for a minute here? You got a teen situation happening at the center that we need to explore. So what I'm going to have them do is I'm going to teach them the sign language, and they're going to teach it to you. So it's like this. You are the face of God, like that. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You got it? You are the face of God. Just hold. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Okay, join them. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Turn to someone and tell them, you are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Now, what Karen always does is she says, close your eyes and picture your boss. Or, if you don't have a boss, somebody that's on your last nerve. Picture them and sing it to them. Here we go. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of... Now picture yourself in the mirror. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Now we just sing and do the signs. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. Now we just sign it. Namaste. I love you. Sure.
So as we turn within today, I invite us all to bring to mind something that we would love to heal in our life. This has been a very healing morning for us. Wonderful music, a great message. Let us move into a place for change, knowing that whatever it might be in our lives, that we're up for that change. We're up for the healing. We're up for the solution to the problem. We're up for wholeness. So let's put that in our mind's eye, that which is before us, that which we would like to change, and have that changed outcome in place. That is the purpose for this treatment. What is it that I would like to have changed in my life or in my world? Just say it silently to yourself. And know that this treatment stands in a way to help to make that happen, because we're tapping the power of the infinite to bring good into our experience of life. There is one life. That life is whole, perfect, and complete. That is the life of myself and everyone here this morning. The life of everyone is God in expression. And we know that with God all things are possible. That same God that has created and sustains the universe is flowing right now in and through and as each one of us. Each one of us is God in expression. Since there is only one life, we must be that. Right where we are, right where our problem seems to be, God is. And so as we move forward into that realization step of our treatment this morning, let us know that that desired outcome already exists in divine mind. In that field of all potential, that answer to our prayer already exists. And we give thanks that this is so. We give thanks that if it's a healing in the area of health, that wholeness is the truth about us. We give thanks that if the healing that we're desiring is in the area of abundance and abundance consciousness, that we live in an abundant universe. The God's not holding anything back from us. If that perfect career it needs to be up level, let us know that it's happening right now. If that perfect home is calling to us, let us know that it is ours right now. Whatever it might be, let us know it is on its way to us. If the desire of our heart has to do with love in our life, let us know that without a doubt, God is love, and God is everywhere present. So there are healings of relationships going on in each of our lives, in this moment, in this very instant. Wondrous love of the divine is healing and blessing relationships. How wonderful it is to know that no matter what the challenge is, God is up for it. That infinite source of all good is blessing our lives right now, that we can relax into those everlasting arms, knowing that they are withholding nothing from us. They are holding us up to the light. How grand it is that we know that when we speak our word in faith believing, God speaks through our words. That as what we do in our prayer work, we are actually setting cause in motion for that creative source to create through our ideas, through our words, knowing that absolutely nothing is standing in the way of the highest good unfolding for all. And so it is with deep gratitude that I can release these ideas into the law of mind, knowing that as I speak my word in faith, believing, I have done my part. The law of mind takes over and the outcome is assured. I do give thanks that this is so. And so it is.
And so it is. I have CDs for sale. I'll be over there, and then I'm running away because I have a 7.5 hour drive. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day.
Get our circle while we're singing.
This healing, this healing
All right, let's all circle up if you'd like, or I guess you're still small enough, right? We fit. Our OakBrook circle. We're doing our OakBrook family. All right, hold hands across the aisles if you would like, wherever you are. If you've already come out this way. All right. Make an amoeba or something. All right. It is turning into a circle. All right, our OakBrook family. I don't need to hold this.
We look around, our family is here, Spirit has guided, and now we can see clear. OakBrook's our center for spiritual living, a place we can share, cause all are so giving. Leave today with our hearts anew, an example to the world, that's me and you. So we join hands and hearts till we all meet again, united together as family and friends. We stand for something and against nothing. We accept